You've spoken about the way and manner with which they went about it, but what about where they say they've got credible intelligence that it was going to commit treasonable felony against the Nigerian state? That's not something that authorities or security takes lightly.
It's an allegation. It's an allegation. It is an allegation. No matter what, it is an allegation. Then suspicion, no matter how strong, does not displace the place of proof. And then this constitution says, you should presume me to be innocent. You heard something about me. The constitution says you should take it that I'm innocent. And if the constitution asks you to take me as an innocent, you deal with me, you proceed in relationship with me as if I am innocent. That is what the constitution says.
If I'm dealing with you based on the constitution as an innocent man, and you begin to appear to resist my getting more details from you, what do you expect me to do?
Now,
especially when I have a court process that says I have access. So, and you have been in my position. Why would you want to resist me from carrying out my responsibility?
At that point in time, you go to a place to execute a lawfully obtained search warrant, and somebody obstructs you. The person commits a crime.
So,
and the constitution,
in other words, Colonel Dasuki should have been arrested.
Of course. Of course. That is what the constitution says.
Okay. So why are you now saying that his place was invaded? If he was...
I am not saying that his place was invaded. I'm saying that is the perception. That is the perception created on the other side, in the public side, in the public arena. That I'm not the one that put words into people's mouths. That is impression. That looks like an invasion.
You're a lawyer.
And that has no place. That's no place in a democratic setting. That has no place
Mr.
in the
Ojemuyiwa,
change.
you have
in
made,
the change in the new Nigeria that we are looking
your
at.
Mind
we advocate for.
You've made up your mind based on impression, not the facts of the case, of the matter at hand.
There is no fact. There is no case
the fact of the matter...
There is no case here. What you have on the ground is an allegation. There is no case
What
here.
we're saying is the story on the ground.
Yeah, that's a story. That's better.
Facts on the ground, doesn't it? It has facts to it. What are the facts that you know? Can we glean from it? And whether or not these things have followed due process.
Now, there are two parties to this something. And the right person before whom the facts should be stated is the judge. Is the judge.
Mr. Ojemuyiwa,
now?
Can we say for just our viewers,
what you're saying? What Dasuki is saying at this point in time,
just a moment,
cannot be said to be facts. What the DSS is saying at this point in time cannot be said to be a fact. Now, when the story, as said by Dasuki, as said by DSS, are reduced into an affidavit and filed before a court, then they can now be taken as facts. At this stage, you can't say the DSS story is a facts. At this stage, you can't say Dasuki's stories are facts. At this stage, you cannot say that. Well, at this stage, you cannot talk about it.
Just a moment. We beg to differ in the sense that, I mean, even in...
that's what they are always
just a moment, sir. I mean, in manner of speaking, and even in terms of using language, there are certain things that are considered facts. When they're true, they're considered facts. I mean, if you say that what you're wearing... Just a moment, sir.
The process of sieving,
just a moment. I'm not...
With the weight from the chaff does not belong to Dasuki, does not belong to DSS.
Well, my point is
until you place it before, until you place
Mr. Ojemuyiwa, can I get a word through here? I'm trying my best, to make sense of this story. What I'm trying to say is there is a line of story. There's story between... That's better. There are certain things that have occurred. I want to use the word facts. Yes, and I'm going to use the word facts. I'm not a legal practitioner.
I'm a legal practitioner.
May I land on my point,
please do.
Now, there are certain things that are common to what the story that, Colonel Dasuki has given and the DSS have given. So we can glean these things from both of them. And we can say, these are the things we're going with.
As you said, we can
glean. It was seen to me, or to anybody who's watching, that what you have decided to stick with is the story from Colonel Dasuki. Is that right?
That's not true.
Or you've made up your mind from stories that you've read online, which really do not really have.
As at this point in time,
as
at this point in time, what we are dealing here with right now, as at this point in time, are stories as told by DSS and stories as told by Dasuki. That is what we have. All of us are dealing with at this point.
So we are asking your impression as a legal practitioner in terms of how these things are conducted and what exactly has gone wrong here.
And I'm saying that the siege mentality, the invasion mentality has no place in the democracy, has no place in the new Nigeria, has no place in the change that we all went out to vote for.
And we've asked again, what exactly is this siege mentality? Now, because we're asking if, for instance, they were going to raid a robber's hideout, but excuse my use of English, but what exactly would have been different in terms of how the DSS executed this one and how, you know, this has been executed?
Dasuki is not a robber.
Well, I did not say he
was. Former national security
advisor. Saying, is there a difference?
I have never met him. I don't know him. I've never had a conversation with him. But I think he should be treated with respect.
I'm saying, does the matter...
If you obstruct the search warrant, arrest him.
Mr. Ojemuyiwa, I'm asking if the modus operandi of, you know, security operatives change depending on who the person is.
No,
is that what we're asking?
The modus operandi adopted is outdated. The modus operandi is outdated, and we don't want such.
So it changes. We don't want such. It changes with the individual involved. In other words, some individuals are above the law. Is that what you're saying?
It changes with the era. It changes with the era. Nigeria. Look, Obama has problem with his own people too. Obama has problem with quite a number of people in his administration. But I mean, he dealt with the situation appropriately.
You are dealing with this based on the past history that the former NSA had with the president. But let's not.
That is what security is all about. Security is about gathering all the information that are possible about a person.
I'm not done with my line of questioning. But let's not forget here that the former president's CSO, the chief security officer, is also being held as well. Is there a history with that as well?
Is that what?
Is there a history with that as well?
The law, I am not here to say anybody is above arrest. I am here to say that when you want to execute a law, when you want to discharge a duty imposed on you, obligation imposed on you by law, I'm saying that you should go about it. You get accepting the fact that the person you are proceeding, one, is presumed innocent by the Constitution. Then, two, you must treat him with respect.
Okay.
Why can't I arrest you? At the same time, be most respectful to you. Why can't I do that? Why can't I disagree with you and the most time be respectful with you? I think if they could have done what they did. I mean, giving respect.
Mr. Ojemuyiwa, one second. Mr. Ojemuyiwa.
The way and manner it was done
does
not give that man the respect he deserves. Okay. That is my personal opinion.
All right, Mr. Ojemuyiwa.
As I said, I don't know him.
Let's look at this legally speaking, and the kind of situation we found ourselves in. A security situation where issues of terrorism back and forth. And you talked about intelligence. They should have deployed secret undercover agents to like gather
follow him everywhere.
Yes, okay.
Throw a ring around him.
Now, just a quick one.
Even if it's going to the airport, you find out the flight is
just
going
a quick one.
and then inform the other person that is going to land at so time. They take it up from there.
So that we can get it off.